Hey everybody, all my family and friends out there in YouTube world. I'm so glad you all have joined me today. See what I got on my head? Got this cute little headband on. Don't y'all just love it? I have a teeny tiny head. I do. I cannot buy a hat, and I love hats. But they just, I do this and they just start spinning around on my head. I've got the smallest head. So, headbands that you buy like at TJ Maxx and Marshalls and so forth do not fit my head because I have a little head. They just fly right off. They won't stay. They just fly right off. So I've had to make my own. And they're so super easy, simple, very quick, very beginner friendly to make. And I thought, you know what? I've not made headbands with them. We need to make some headbands. And I know there's a gazillion YouTube videos on how to make headbands. I am not the first one by any stretch of the imagination to make headbands. And I don't know that my process is unique in any way, other than I just thought I'd bring y'all along while I made some more headbands. And the thing that I like is the fact that you can make them as big or small as you want to. If you want to make them for little bitty girls, like little bitty babies, newborns, or little bitty toddlers, you can make them that small. Just have to kind of measure around their head like this, round like this, go down like that and up like this. Just kind of measure that so that you kind of know how big to make it. And you just use that measurement, okay? So I'm going to give you the measurements that I use. And if you've got a larger head, you might want to add a 1/2 inch to 1 inch to my measurements. You think that it's not a whole lot, but it really is. When you start measuring your head, you don't think people have a large or a small head. You think everybody's head's about the same size, and that's, for the most part, pretty true. But in my case, I have a small head. I even found me a hat and I just fell in love with it. And so I ordered it because it came in a size small, medium. I'm like, okay, yes, maybe I can wear this because it comes in a size. No, it was too big. I did keep it. I pulled my hair up under it to try to make extra room so that I could wear it. And I did wear it a few times, but it just flopped straight down over my eyes. I mean, they just fall down like this. And I'm like going, try to see. I'm having to hold my head back. So I have given up on trying to make hats fit. My mama used to put a hat band on the inside. I remember I wore one to a wedding one time years ago. And mama took it up and put a ribbon and a drawstring and so forth on the inside of it so that we could take up some of that space and it would sit on my head. So with all that being said, we're going to make us some headbands. Are y'all ready? All right, come along with me and let's get started. All righty, are y'all ready to get started? I am. I'm going to make 6. I've got laid out here enough fabric to make 6. Okay, bring y'all over here, turn you down here so you can see what we're doing. I've got all these 6 fabrics. This one I will also use a little bit of this in this one, just a little bit, because I just had a little piece of this and I didn't want to cut any more off of my yardage, so this blue matches, and so that's going to be just perfect. These take, and I will give you the dimensions. As a matter of fact, I will write them down right here and show them to you as we go along. You need 1/2 inch to 1 inch wide elastic, and mine was 1 1/4 inch, so I cut it in 2. After I cut my pieces 6 inches, you need a 6-inch piece of elastic. Okay, 6-inch elastic, 1/2 to 3/4 inch wide. And like I said, if you do not have that width and you've got wider, make it that width. Or you can always add 2 pieces of 1/4 inch. That works too. Okay? And then you need your cotton fabrics. And you need one piece that is 12 inches by 3 inches. Okay, I'm going to take this one off my head so y'all can see. And that will make this piece right back here. Okay, and this one I used the full 1.25 inch elastic in it, just because I just did. No rhyme or reason. This one has the crossover at the top. We're going to make one of those. See how that does? See how that is? They're interlocked in there together. All right, so I've taken my headband off. Who knows what my hair looks like? And you need one piece of fabric that is that size. Here's this, 3 inches wide, and that's 42 or 44. All right, and then you need 1 or 2 pieces that are 18 inches by 6 to 8 inches wide. And I said 6 to 8. I cut these at 7 inches wide. But you can vary this. These I cut at 6. Okay? So you can vary this along however wide you think you want to make yours. If you want to make a more narrow one, then, cut them more narrow. That's up to you. They need to be about 18 inches. And like I said, if you have a larger head, you might want to make this 19 inches or cut your elastic another 1/2 inch or so. Measure your head and see if this will kind of work, okay? Then you need, that's all you need. That's it. That's all you need right there. So this is what you need right here. I'll give you all the instructions right here, okay? These are the pieces that you need. So you can screenshot this if you want to. But that's it right there. All right, has everybody got it? Screenshotted it, we're good to go. All right. Now then, with that out of the way, let's get ready to make our headband. This one I'm going to make like this, okay? So I have one for Christmas. This is Christmas packages, all right? So you're going to take both pieces, lay them pretty sides together, right like this, and you're going to sew down through here at the 1/4 inch seam, okay? Both pieces. So right down through there, 1/4 inch seam. Sew those 1/4 inch. And here is where I'm going to use the solid for this one. It'll be around the back because, like I said, I did not want to have to. So let's cut this right here. Actually, I'm going to cut this at 11 inches because that's what my other one is, because I did make mine a little bit smaller. But like I said, measure your head. Make sure it'll fit. If you're just making a generic one size fits all, then make them 11 inches, 12 inches. This back piece, okay? 11 to 12 inches. Then you're going to take one of these, because that's all we need for this one. And you're going to fold it in half. And you're going to sew it right down through here. You're going to make 3 seams long sides of each one of these right down through here. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? You go make your seams and then come back. All right, now you need to get them turned right side out. And these larger ones, you can just turn like this with your fingers. And you can that smaller one, but it's a little more difficult. I use a safety pin. If you have a turn it all and you sew one end of it, you can do that and then just cut that seam off the end. Either way is fine. But then you're going to press them, and you want to press them with the seam in the center like this. See, right here's my seam. You want to press them like this, okay? Let's see if I can turn this one like this. Just with my fingers. Sometimes I can. Get it started at least. Yeah, there we go. And just keep turning it. Actually, I'm going to use the safety pin because my thumbs have arthritis in them and that does not feel real good. So let's do this. This being as large as it is, it's real easy to turn. There we go. Okay, here are our 3 pieces. Seams in the center right here, just like that. Then we're going to take our safety pin and put it in the end of a piece of elastic, just like this. And we're going to put that right into here, just like this. Like I said, you can use whatever width of elastic you have. Uh-oh. You don't want to pull it too far. Just want to pull it to right here. Then you want to put it in the center. See that right there? Can y'all see that? I'm going to put it right there. Okay? Now I'm going to take a pin and I'm going to pin it. Right like that. Okay? Then I'm going to pull this the rest of the way through here. And you want to make sure that you don't get it twisted. Because if you twist your elastic, then you're kind of up the creek. Okay? And then you're going to go over there and you're going to sew this. Okay? Right across here. All right? And you want to do this for each one of your headbands. This never changes. Okay? This part does not change. All right? So you want to do this for all your pieces. And when you get them to this point and have this and these pieces sewn, then come back and we'll do all the different ones. Okie doke. I got a lot of our pieces ready. Some of them are not because these we will do this a little bit differently. Okay. This one goes with this, but I'll need to show you what you need for this one. And this one, we have to sew these pieces just a little bit different for this one. Alrighty? So, y'all ready? Alright, to do this one that is just plain, you want to take this that you've sewn, your small one right here, and find the end of it. Pull this down to where you know it's not all bunched up because you don't want it all bunched up. Lay it in the center. Just like this. Trying to get y'all down here so you can see. Lay it in the center just like this. Wrong side. Wrong side. Turn it just like this. Okay? And you're going to stitch across there. No, wait a minute. Right sides. Right sides. Right sides together, but in the center. Yes, on the right side. Y'all didn't keep me straight. I wouldn't know what to do, would I? Fold that over just like that and stitch it. And then you're going to bring this one down to this end. Lay it on here just like this. Pull your fabric down away from that. Turn that in just like this. And you're going to stitch it right across here. Stitch right across there and stitch right across there. Okay? All right, this is what you've got. And then you're going to turn it right side out just like this. Pull that just like this. Bada bing, bada boom. And there you go. It is finished. See that? You do not see that raw seam in there, the way that is folded. And you've got your headband. This one is just plain. This is the most simple to make. Is this one right here, okay? The most simple. Easy peasy. 2 pieces of fabric, 1 piece of elastic, and you've made a headband. All right? Now then, for the next one, we are going to twist them. All right? And this one you want to lay pretty sides together, just like this. Just like this. See that? Just like that. All right? And you're going to stitch this. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to pin it. I'm just going to take it over there and stitch it. Just like this, straight across. Right here. Turn that and turn that. All right? See that? Actually, we're going to turn it this way. These get confusing, you all. Okay, wrong sides together, so you've got the right side out. And this is the right side, and you want to put that in the center, just like we did the other one. But we've got this one folded. See that? We have it folded in 2. So we basically were making half of a headband. All right? So I'm going to go sew this, and then I'll come back. Now then, we're going to turn this one like this. But we need to, wrong side, seam side up. It needs to come through here, just like this. Then you match these right here, just like this. Pull it, take this, put it in the center, just like this. Pull your fabric away from your end there so that you don't have too much bulk in there. Lay that down there. Turn your sides in. And stitch it right across there, okay? So I'll be right back. All right, now then, we're just going to turn it just like we did the other one, right like this. Pull that, and I usually stitch mine 2 or 3 times across there, just because that's where you have the most pressure. Will be right in that seam. And there you go. You've got a twisty headband. Look at that. Isn't that cute? Oh my goodness. I made 2 twisty ones. Just pull this right here. And pull this right here. And there you go. You've got another twisty headband. This one's got presents on it. So you can wear it at Christmas. All right, now then. I'm going to do one more real simple one. And then we're going to, this one right here, we're going to have to do a little bit more to it. Okay? This one, we're just making plain. Just like we did this one, except for the fact we're going to put a little knot in it to where it looks like a bow. All right. So to do that, you're going to turn this right here and sew it together right here. And then you're going to turn it. And this piece is 3 inches by 3.5. Roughly 3 by 3.5. Okay. And you want to sew it on the 3.5, the longer side. You want to sew it right down through here. Okay. Turn it and press it. Okay, now our piece measures 3.5 by about 1.25. Okay. And I'm going to turn it this way, right sides together, stitch it right across here. And then we're going to flip it around and we're going to give it another good press. Okay, now then, you see that? I've got that seam right there, and this right here is on the inside, that final seam. So here's what you want to do. You want to take this, fold it in 2, or however, just kind of get it up on there. You're going to slide this to the center, or thereabouts, with your seam on the bottom, matching your seams right here. Okay. Kind of match your 2 seams right there, just as best you can. See that? Center seam, center seam. This is your right side right here. Now then, we're going to take our pretty side, no seam, to our side with no seam, matching those seams in the middle, turning just like this, and sewing just like we did the other two. Okay? And then we've got this one made. Oh, goodness gracious, y'all. I didn't get that up in there. I pulled it and it just flew apart. So, because I stitched that about 3 times, I'm just going to snip that off and go over there and restitch this. And try to get it all caught this time. All right, I'll be back again. Right now, let's see if I got it. I believe I got it this time. And here's our little flat bow headband. See that? Isn't that cute? Just cute as a button. See, these you can make for little ladies, like real little ladies, like babies. And they're so adorable because it's still a big bow on their head. All right, one last one. And I've got to think about this one a minute. As a matter of fact, these pieces are actually 28 inches. So they're longer. Okay? And that's fine. You want these pieces to be longer. And you're going to sew this. I'm actually going to have to, on one end, I need to kind of cut this. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Okay. Now then, I'm just going to cut this. You all can do it however you want to do it. But I am just going to cut it. Got them folded in half. And I want it kind of rounded right here, but I also want it to kind of come into a point. So I just laid them together right like this. Now let's try again. Just like that. And we're going to go and we're going to sew this. All right. All the way around here on this end. And all the way down. Then we're going to turn them. Okay. And press them. Okay. I'm going to make a note here. All right, screenshot this if you want the last 2 measurements. For this particular bow that we're doing right now, or particular headband, you need 2 pieces that are 25 inches by 7 inches, okay? And then for this flat bow, you need the additional piece of a 3.5 by 3 inch piece, okay? So there you go. Screenshot it and you'll have all the measurements. All right, now then, I've already tied this, but I'm going to untie it. Tied it so I know exactly how much to cut off, okay? Because this one I'm just kind of making up as I go along here. All right, pretty sides together. You can see the way I stitched that. I turned it, and we've got our point at the end. All right? Just like that. Now then, and these are actually the same measurements. That is wild. I can't believe I got them within that much. Yeah, 25 inches is what you need. Okay, now then, where's our piece for this one? I know we made it. Have we lost it? No, it's still over here. I left it over at the machine. All right, we're going to do the same thing with this one. Slide your fabric from the end of your elastic, just like that. Pretty sides together, matching the center. Turn it in and turn it in. Just like that. Do the same thing on this side. Pretty sides together, seams matching. Turn it in. Let's make sure we get it up there so we don't lose it like we did a minute ago. Turn that one in, turn that one in, and stitch them. Okay, you got that? Stitch across here. I'll have to straighten that up a little bit. Stitch across here, and I usually stitch back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, maybe 4 to 6 actual rows of stitching, because it just gives you a lot more integrity, because you're going to be pulling on it and tugging on it. To get it on your head, to get it adjusted, all that kind of stuff, you pull on it. So I usually give a little extra stitching in there. So I'm going to go stitch this one, and I'll come back and we'll finish up this video. Okie doke. I have revised this. You need 2 pieces, 15 inches by 7 inches. I put that together and I thought, good Lord, that would go around my waist. So 15 by 7, and that gives you plenty to tie. And here is our tied one. And you can adjust this one. This one is totally adjustable. Okay? So totally and completely adjustable. I've just got it kind of tied in a wild looking knot here, but this one, there's this one. See that? Isn't it cute? I've got all these just adorable headbands. Absolutely adorable headbands. And I've got this twisted around funky. I've got one sewn one way and one sewn the other. Good Lord, you all. This one is backwards. I'll have to change it. But it'll be fine. And you just tie that into a nice little knot just like that. On top of your head. And then you've got your twisty one. And another twisty one. The twisty ones are kind of my favorite. And then here's the plain one. And then here's the bow. And they're so cute. They are so stinking cute. And they're so easy to make. And these will sell like hotcakes. I mean, so fast. You will not be able to keep them if you're doing any kind of craft fair, Christmas bazaar, summer craft fairs, especially in the summer, because you like to put them on and pull all of our hair back. If you make them out of fleece, then you've got something to keep your ears warm. Endless possibilities. Absolutely endless possibilities for these. I love them because, like I said, I can make them to fit my little bitty head. My mother-in-law used to say, you have a little bitty pea head. Yes, I have a little bitty pea head. And I can wear these because I make them to fit my little bitty head. So if you have a little bitty head or a great big head or an average size head, you can make you some headbands because they're so fun. They are. You can make them to match whatever outfit you've made. So if you've made you a cute little outfit, save you a little bit of fabric, make you a cute little headband to go with it. You know me, I just mix things up and wear all kinds of stuff. And let's swap this one out and put this one on if I can get it on my head. That's the problem. The elastic's gone in this one, y'all. I can still get it on my head, though. Still fits around my head, even with no elastic. But I'm going to fix this one. I am. I'm going to fix it because I think it's cute. I am. I'm going to fix that one because I think it's cute. Here's a plain one. This one I made a little bit bigger, and it's just a little bit too big. So I need to take it up a little bit. But I like the plain ones too. I do. So I'm going to make me more and more headbands. You all make you some headbands for the holidays out of Christmas fabrics or Thanksgiving fabrics or Valentine's Day fabrics or St. Patrick's Day fabrics. Or when my little girl was little, and I still call her my little girl because she'll always be my little girl, I made her an outfit for every holiday. She had one for Valentine's Day. She had one for St. Patrick's Day. She had 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 for Easter. She had a gazillion at Christmas. She had Thanksgiving. She had Halloween. Every holiday, she had a special something to wear that I made for her. And that started the year that she was born. I made her a Thanksgiving dress and smocked little pumpkins around it. It was just adorable. At Christmas, I always made her a white dress until she was about 5 or 6. She always had a white dress that was smocked with red and green, different red and green patterns, but always smocked with red and green around the neck, and little white shoes and white tights. And she was just so precious, just precious. And when she got to be about 5, I think I made her a little red dress, and maybe I monogrammed it or something. But yes, she had special things for every season. Every season, everything. Summertime, she had things with popsicles and beach-themed things that she wore. That's just what I did. And I had so much fun dressing her that maybe one day, I'll get to be a grandmama, and I'll get to make little things again. I sewed for my little Andy too. I made him overalls and appliqued Christmas things on them, and I lined the legs with, or I didn't really line the whole leg, but just the bottom of it so I could turn them up and make cuffs out of plaid flannels, and made him little plaid flannel shirts to match. Oh yes, he was just the cutest thing. People used to stop me and say, he looks just like that baby off of Look Who's Talking. And he had the blondest hair. Both of my babies had blonde hair when they were born. It was blonde like mine. And then it turned dark like their daddy's. And one more thing while I've got your all's attention. I don't know how many of you all order from Sewing Parts Online, if you've ever ordered from them, if you haven't, whatever. I want to tell you about an experience that I had with them. I ordered some pieces for my Juki machine, just 2 or 3 little pieces. Wasn't real expensive. And I ordered a spray adhesive, and I ordered just a handful of things. One of them was put on back order. I did not know that. I got no notification of that. I ordered this on October 31st. This is now November the 20th. Today is November the 19th. And I called them yesterday to find out where my package was. Do you know what I was told? Well, there's one piece that is on back order, and we don't ship it until everything is here. We have no idea when this other piece is going to be here, so we do not know when it will ship, because it will calculate shipping twice. Our system will. I said, you mean you don't go ahead and ship out what you have? She said, no, ma'am. I said, you don't even notify the customer that things are out of stock? Had it been on their website out of stock, I would not have ordered it. It was a sewing machine foot that I just wanted. I did not need. So I would just have said, fine, ship the rest of it, cancel that, or whatever. Had they reached out to me? Nobody ever reached out to me. Ever. It was 3 weeks, and I finally had to reach out to them, or almost 3 weeks. And I had to reach out to them to find out where my package was, because it said on the way. When I would pull it up, it would say it's on the way. Like, has it been shipped? Do you have a tracking number? Can I find out where it is? Has it been shipped somewhere else? Was it left and I didn't get it? You know, something could have happened to my package. We all know things get lost, right? Yes, they do. I've had it happen. You probably have too. And basically, there was no recourse on her end. No apologies, ma'am, I'm sorry. Nothing. Just basically, you can either wait until it all ships or you can cancel it. I said, just cancel my entire order. This is my first experience with you all, and it will be my last, because I am not going to deal with somebody. And they're a Tennessee company. They are located in the state of Tennessee. I'm also in the state of Tennessee. They're about a 5.5 hour drive from me. Not that far. And I was shocked that a Tennessee-based company had no more common courtesy for their customers than Sewing Parts Online did. You see their ads on Facebook constantly. I see them all the time. And I order all the time. I'm ordering parts. I'm ordering sprays. I'm ordering threads. I'm ordering things all the time. And I want to work with companies that are closer to my home if possible, because I just feel like that's what we need to do, is support as local to home as we can get something, rather than order it from China or somewhere else, or Amazon. And yes, I do my share of Amazon shopping, but I just feel like that we need to support who we have local in our area. Okay? So I was not real thrilled with their customer service at all. I was not happy with it. So with all that being said, I just want you to know my first experience, and it will be my only experience with Sewing Parts Online. I will shop somewhere else. If I have to order from China, then so be it. That's where it will have to come from, because I'm not going to deal with them again. And I let them know. I said, I'm a YouTuber. I have a channel, and I will put this on there. And they did not seem to care. So, if somebody from Sewing Parts Online wants to reach out to me and try to rectify this situation, I'll be happy to talk to you about it. But I was not pleased at all about this. So, that's my experience. If you all have ordered from them before and have had other experiences, please let me know. Let me know if they were good or bad or whatever. And I'm going to wrap this up right here. And y'all go make you some headbands for every occasion in the world. Go make you some. And I'll see you. Don't forget to hype and like, share, comment, all those things. And I'll see you all in the next one. Thanks for watching and hanging out with me today.